Hey, Allie, this is Natalie. I just wanted to make you a little updated video since it's been a few months, the last one that I sent you, just to give you guys some current information and to just dive a little deeper into some of the SEO that you guys could be doing that would really help to boost your website up in Phoenix. So, mind you, this is just for the Phoenix office. And first off, I think you guys should have like a Phoenix homepage because it is such a big hub. Okay, this is just one of the back pages for the Arco website. Okay, so first off, I want to talk to you about the importance of content on your website because for your industry, this is really important. When someone is searching for a design build firm, that's not an impulse decision, right? It's not an emergency service. They're going to take their time, they're going to do their research, they're going to compare their options. Okay, so think about like when you guys search for a service provider that you want to work in partnership with, like roofer, plumber, electrician. What's the first thing that you do? You go to their website, right? And you look for reviews, you look for past projects, you look for signs that they know what they're doing, right? You're vetting them. So that's exactly what your potential clients are doing when they land on your website. They want to know who has the most experience, who demonstrates the most knowledge, who shows the expertise specific to Phoenix, and ultimately, who can they trust with a multi-million-dollar project. So having strong, educational, confident content on your homepage is essential. The more clarity, process, proof that you provide, the easier that it becomes for a potential client to really know that they're jumping into bed with the right person, right? And this is where aesthetics also play a major role, right? Because you guys aren't just selling construction, you're selling design, vision, craftsmanship. Your work is functional, but it's also visual, right? It's intentional and it's high end. So your website needs to reflect the same standard because for many clients, your website is the first impression of your work, right? Before they ever shake your hand or schedule a consultation, they're judging whether your presentation, visuals, and messaging align with the level of quality they expect in their project. So a polished, informative, well-structured website not only tells your story, but it also signals professionalism, capability, and care. And that can be the difference between someone scrolling past or someone reaching out. Okay, now I want to touch on why the content on your website should clearly communicate the benefits of working with a design build firm, because this is a big differentiator and something buyers absolutely are paying attention to. Right? One of the strongest advantages of the design build model is that everything is handled by one team. It means fewer handoffs, fewer delays, way less confusion throughout the process. They're not juggling multiple. One of the strongest advantages of the design build model is that everything is handled by one team. It means fewer handoffs, fewer delays, and way less confusion throughout the process. You're not juggling multiple companies or having to play the middleman. Everything lives under one roof with one point of responsibility, one workflow, and one shared vision. And to help your potential clients really understand that value, your content should walk them through a visual journey of what the design build process looks like. So for example, this could be laid out like step by step, step one, consultation and vision, understanding the client's goals, needs, design style, and long-term plans, right? Design and architectural plans where creativity meets engineering, here the ideas start to take shape. Right, budgeting and material selection. This is where transparency matters, timeframes, materials selections, and cost clarity. Hey, permits and construction. Your team handles everything from code compliance to build execution, so nothing slips through the cracks. Walkthrough and warranty, the final step, because you're not just delivering a project, you're standing behind it long term. Right? So laying out the process like this does two really important things. It educates the potential client and it builds trust, right? They can clearly see that there's a structured, organized approach and there's going to be no guesswork. And since you're building in Phoenix, this is also where local expertise becomes a selling point. Your content should highlight things like understanding soil conditions, heat considerations, HOA approvals, desert climate durability, and all the regional details that out-of-market firms may not consider. Okay. You can also expand into location-based content, and I would do this in like a blog, right? Talking about neighborhoods, nearby schools, parks, access to dining, entertainment, and future development, right? These factors are really going to matter, especially for multifamily and commercial investors who are looking at long-term growth and community fit. So when you combine that full picture, the process, the expertise, the local knowledge, the structural clarity, your content doesn't just tell someone what you do, it shows them why it matters and why choosing a design build firm is the smarter, more efficient, and more confident path forward. Okay, so that is the content plan that I would go with that really demonstrates that Arco is the leading authority in your guys' industry. You guys are providing education, you're providing knowledge, right? And so the next part that is really important that we talked about in the last video, we'll just look at your guys' Google business profile here. So this will really help to boost your profile or your website is having a really strong Google business profile, right? These all like interlink to each other. And this will help boost power to your website. So when we look, here is your guys' Google business profile. You guys have pretty low reviews and only 5. So you don't have a lot of them. And also what I'm seeing here is there's no responses to the reviews. That's really important for client engagement and also for showing Google that you guys are active. Okay, so also, what's really important on here is updates. So whenever you post a blog, you update your Google business profile with links back to that blog. You guys do have a really strong social media presence, at least on Facebook from what I see. I don't know how much, I didn't really look in to see how much of that was in the Phoenix area, but that's good that you have it linked on here. Okay, when we go and check out some competitors, so I just Google search for general contractors in Phoenix. You can see some of these top 3 businesses up here. Princeton Construction, they have 45 really strong reviews. They're a little inconsistent in responding to their reviews. Yeah, they also don't have updates on here. So I don't think it would be really hard to get you guys those citations, your business name, address, phone number listed on different directories throughout the web, right? Yelp, Better Business Bureau, Bing, places like that. So I would go get more citations. I would ask your former, current, and your future clients to be writing you guys more 5-star reviews. Or coming onto your Google business profile and leaving you guys a review. And then just keeping this updated whenever you guys do post new blogs or your like news topics that you have on your website. Okay, and then the last thing. So once again, this is just the Phoenix page. Sorry, I'm just getting over a cold. My throat's a little scratchy. You guys are ranking for 7 organic keywords. It's giving you a traffic of 6 visitors to your site a month. You guys only have 1 backlink that's pushing power to a specific Phoenix page. And then when we come over here and look at some of your competitors, so this one is LGE Design Build Firm. They're ranking for 162 words, and it's getting them a traffic of 612 visitors to their site a month. They have 3,000 backlinks that are coming from strong relevant sources that are pushing power to their website. Right, Chris, or Ali, sorry, I won't go into too much detail because I did with the other video. Anyways, I just wanted to give you a little bit of updated information. If you have any questions about this stuff, if you want to talk further, just give me a phone call. You have my number, and 907-957-1027. All right, talk soon.